Hey, how's it going? So I just thought I would share a little bit of the perspective from someone who makes a large amount of their money from events in light of what's been going on in the world lately. I'm an event photographer. That's still a large chunk of my business. Probably even the majority is still at this point, I would say. So, I shot probably the last event I'll shoot for a long time on Tuesday afternoon. And it's just amazing how different the attitude was then. There were still people shaking hands, even though everyone was told they weren't supposed to. There were still people kind of making, I wouldn't say light of the situation, but just not taking it in the way that, in the serious way that it's being taken now. And understandably so. The situation is just, I think we've all realized how serious it is now. So anyways, I've spent the last couple of days basically answering emails about events being canceled. People saying, "I hope you understand," and me responding, "Of course I understand." So yeah, it is. I know it's a little scary for me business wise, but I know everyone's kind of feeling this as that it's pointing to a whole economic downturn. But it's interesting in someone like my position where it's just a hard cut, like all this stuff is just wiped out. This whole portion of my calendar is just wiped out all at once. The rest of the, everyone else is going to slowly be feeling the effects. I'm someone who feels it immediately. So I had made a post about, if you need portraits or products photographed, now would be the time to schedule that. And it's kind of cool. A lot of people reached out. Some people I do video work with and drone work have, sped the work they can give me, which is great. And I still have a couple things like that on the schedule. I do have a slightly diversified photography business, which is beneficial at a time like this, even though the big chunk I'm losing is going to be very hurtful. So, what do I do next? Well, I'm not done with the work I already have. I still have projects and loose ends to tie up. Like I said, I still have some business coming in. And then as anyone who works for themselves or runs a small business knows, there's always things you want to do or need to do at some point that you keep kicking down the road because of the immediate, pressing issues. Like if I shoot an event, like those images getting edited becomes the number one priority. I do those either when I get home or first thing the next day, and whatever else I might have thought I would get done. If it takes longer, that just gets pushed off. So, I own this studio and there's a lot of maintenance stuff I need to be doing, and I'm kind of a little bit looking forward to maybe being able to getting into some of that. There's other things. It's tax season. I needed to get my taxes done. So I'm not going to be sitting around bored. I have plenty of, work to do, even if it's not work that immediately pays the bills. There's stuff like updating my portfolio, working on the website, Then as someone who just loves photography, I always have personal projects I'm trying to work on, and I just work those around the paying jobs. Now they might move a little bit to the forefront. So yeah, it's a bummer that there won't be income coming in from the events, but it doesn't like shut me down. It's not Netflix time for me. I'm still going to be working on things nonstop, stuff like even making videos, which I just enjoy doing. Another benefit I have of the way my career works is I'm usually not paid at the time I photograph stuff. So I've still got probably 2 to 4 weeks of paychecks coming in. So I'm able to prepare. So I know that I'm going to be taking a big hit, but it's not immediate. So I could start to cut back on anything that's a little bit frivolous right now. So I do get that little benefit. And also I know that there's people within the industry that'll be hit even harder when it comes to events. I think I had this week-long convention coming up in Orlando, and I think of the production company that hired me. Doing big scale events is their business. I can't imagine they're going to have any work till sometime in the summer. So even though, losing my little slice and something that I was kind of counting on is a huge bummer, I just also keep perspective on, man, for other people who are doing this kind of thing, it's way worse. And then, outside my industry, just in life, how much worse other people are off. I'm lucky I have a safety net too of family and friends. And, I don't foresee even getting hit the hardest, me having to be selling the camera and my gear and moving out of the studio and stuff like that. So I just want to make it clear that, I'm very grateful for the situation I'm in. These are nervous times. I can't say I'm not nervous, but I'm also don't lose sight of how lucky I am, and that the fact that we're all in this together. As things slow down, everybody's going to be hurting, and it just comes more immediate, for someone in my position. So yeah, that's just a little bit about sharing what it's like. A little bit of the behind the scenes. Like I said, I'm still going to be doing things. I'm still going to be busy. I always want to improve my skills with videography and photography and everything. So there's always something I'll be doing. And, if it just means I have to delay equipment upgrades and, maybe defer some other things, then that is how it goes. And that is just life. And hopefully everything comes back around. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone stays safe, and, I'll talk to you soon.